Hello everyone, welcome back to another Zoo Tycoon video. Today I am building the Keep. The Keep is a concept that I have come up with that is simply just a build that references like a medieval sort of area, mostly European, which is why there are mountains and snow on the ground. I guess more towards the Germanic area, maybe Slavic, or maybe it's in the UK somewhere. I don't know, because I'm not really good at that. I guess one of my ooh, I made a noise with my mouth. One of my I guess my inspiration for this was Macbeth, pulling out my pretentious side right here. So that from what I remember, is that there was a castle on a hill, and I wanted to kind of replicate that with a castle with some animals around the area, and I think I have achieved what I was going for in this situation. The castle, however, doesn't really have much to offer. Just like any, concession, this game does concession pretty poorly. I haven't really seen like the best concession, examples out there, because concession isn't really that important. It's more about the animals. So, what concession is at the idea that there are these little like pillars, these little like food stands that in these like little cubes is ridiculous. That's never gonna happen. I don't think it ever has happened where people just sell food out of a little cube or whatever the hell it is with a shed roof, and that doesn't happen. Concessions most of the times have I guess maybe a roof or something. Street vendors, they have these little they have stuff. I guess the dessert people is probably the closest to what concession is, but as far as everything else, it's really not that realistic, I guess. And that's sort of what I always go for, is realism, because I guess, I say that, there's not a whole lot of realism with some of the stuff I do, but it just looks better when it's kind of referencing something, so it invokes the image of something. And that's what I achieved here, is that this invokes the image of a castle or a keep, or something remotely related to that. And a lot of the Zoo Tycoon like concession stands and stuff like that do not remind me of any zoo I've ever been to, and it's kind of one of the failures of the game, I guess, if you think about it. But the game is not about building concession stands. That's just the architect in me wishing it was. But I really want a Sims 3 version to come out, so I can there's some lost footage here. I just remembered. There's an incident with it just stopped recording and it picked up here for some reason. I realized this after the fact. It's a little bit damaged, but hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. But like I was saying before, I believe, is that this game is all about the animals. It's not about concession stands. I want a Sims 3 style building, because Sims used to be an architecture simulator or something like that, is what I heard. So it was actually designed to work as like the little sim people are just part of it. They're just things in the game, but it was mostly based around building. And I can see that, you know, because there's a lot of tools in there that make pretty cool buildings. Alright, so here we have these mountain mustangs for some horses. And of course we're going to decorate it up with some good old foliage. Not foliage, trees. Trees and more trees. Not so much rocks. Rocks come later. I download all these fences, but there's just they don't show up for some reason. I installed all these like I think they might have showed up, but they're just white. They don't have any thumbnails, which is kind of annoying. Got a Highland cow download for this. I figured, you know, a Highland cow, well, it's a woolly cow, makes sense. It's in the area. That's pretty much it for the castle. The castle's done. I didn't make a separate video for the walkthrough, so the walkthrough is going to be pretty fast. Yeah, I just kind of dropped the ball on this one, didn't I? And, yeah. So, gonna rub my hands together, get them warm. It's kind of cold out. It snowed today. Snowed pretty badly, actually. We got some pretty decent cover, and I don't hate the snow. It sucks though when you have to drive in it, because people are afraid for some reason. It's like whenever I drive to school, there's always incidents where, you know, some kid, well, they're my age, but I consider them kids because they know less than me. But most of the time, their parents never teach them how to drive in the weather, and they just get afraid, and they have to know that it's kind of the same premise, just go slow. And sometimes they think they know what they're doing and they crash, or sometimes they're too afraid because they don't really know what they're doing and they don't go at all, or they drive, you know, ridiculously slow, and that's annoying as well. So that's my spiel about driving in the winter. So there's some concession, and that's all I'm gonna do with the concession. Gonna put a roof over it, you know, make it look like I gave a shit about it. There you go. There's nothing you can do with it. I mean, I've been trying to figure it out, but there just isn't. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is the walkthrough. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.